Yo, what up, clan? It's your boy coming at you with another video. And yo, guys, Victory Monday, man. It's close to the evening, and man, I don't care. I love this feeling. I love the feeling that we got the win yesterday against the Giants and was able to get another win and sending the Cowboys home. Yo, man, I think they're gonna keep Jason Garrett, but that's neither here or there. That's their problem. That they gotta deal with that. So I'm more focused on, what did we learn today? And what we learned today was that Doug Peterson came out and said that Brandon Brooks is basically out for the rest of the year. And so Matt Pryor is going to have to step up in instead. Now, Matt Pryor, he did very well in the right guard position, coming in for Brandon Brooks. And, that's amazing, man. If we just need him to keep on doing that, keep doing his thing, you know what I mean? His problem the whole preseason was basically just staying disciplined. Other than that, I mean, he checked off all the boxes about as far as placement, his feet placement, his hand placement, actually, and his feet. He was able to move his feet well, and then being able to punch his guy, make sure that basically that make sure he gains the leverage. He's got all the intangibles of being a pretty good backup offensive lineman. So looking forward to him and seeing what he can do against Seattle. That's going to be a real test for him, especially with their defensive line. If they're not all banged up, I know they still got Ansah, and I believe they, I don't know if Clowney's going to be back or whatnot, but Clowney's going to be on that side, and especially if they do stunts or whatnot, he's got to be prepared for that. Now, Doug also stated that Miles Sanders was day-to-day, so that's good news. That means that he's going to be either ready to go or he's going to at least be a factor in the game against Seattle. So, this is good stuff. That's good news, coupled with bad news or whatnot. We just got to roll with this. You know what I'm saying? A lot of expectations have been on the Eagles this year, and nobody expected us to be here. And the fact that we are the way we are, it's just, man, it's just something to behold, man. It's something to be proud of, and it's something that we can all get behind. Because, I mean, what else are we going to do? I had a couple of friends, they're Eagles fans, and, they're saying, like, man, we shouldn't be in this position. We should be dominant, and I'm just like, he's like, we shouldn't be struggling against sorry teams. It's like, man, do you not see where we are right now? We are decimated. The fact that we even made it to the playoffs is a blessing in itself. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing. With all the injuries on both sides of the ball, I mean, it's a wonder why we even got here, but damn it, we're here, and we ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's nobody else that can take this away from us. The Cowboys had their opportunities, and they folded. We took what was ours, but the East is not enough. We got to keep it rolling. And I have all the belief in the world that Carson Wentz and these guys, Robert Davis, Greg Ward, Deontay Burnett showed what he can do out in that field, man. And, J.J. Arthega, he's got to get better. Next year, I expect him to take a huge leap. But this year, he's going to be behind the ball. You know what I mean? So, he's got to get better. Because if these other guys are outdoing him, and you got DK Metcalf playing in the playoff game, it's not a good look. So hopefully he's just one of those guys that's basically going to need some good work. He's going to have to get his feet wet in the NFL, and then he comes back stronger next year. You know what I'm saying? But those guys stepped up against the Giants. And all these people that keep saying, well, they face just trash teams. It had no problem giving They had no problem giving Cowboys kudos for beating the Dolphins, the Giants, and the Redskins when they were terrible. The first game out of our week 1, first game, everybody's like, "Why are you struggling against Washington? They're a bad team." I mean, it hadn't even been established yet that they were really a bad team. It's the first game of the season, and it's like, oh, they were struggling against Washington. Every division game has been a struggle. It's a rarity that we blow people out. And I'm not just talking about the Eagles. It's, it's become more of a factor now, but I mean, even back then, it was, you rarely saw blowouts in this division. So when we faced each other, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, most of the games came down to the wire. I don't know, man. All I got to say is I'm just happy to be here. Period. So, I'm just going to stick with that, man. Look for some more news tomorrow. See what everything's got. And the Eagles, may have to make some more moves or whatnot. But I was just also thinking this, man. Derek Barnett. I'm going to speak on these 3 guys really. But first, Derek Barnett. Derek Barnett has been better than his draft counterparts, right? So Solomon Thomas, he had to be moved on the outside. He was supposedly be inside, like a interior defensive lineman. They moved him outside, and he hasn't been. He hasn't been that first round draft pick they were looking for within him. Now, granted, he's had some stuff that he's gone through in his life, but regardless, he hasn't been that guy. And then, where's Taco Charlton again? Charlton, whatever. I don't know what his last name is. I don't know how to pronounce it, nor do I care. But I know he was with the Cowboys, and then I believe he's with Miami now. Then you got Takk McKinley, right? He's doing his thing out in Atlanta. If there's anybody that won their draft picks, look no further than the Philadelphia Eagles and Derek Barnett. He has been an absolute beast. He's turning into he's getting there. He's turning into one of the best, or he's going to be one of the best defensive ends in the NFL once he gets his feet, or once he gets everything corrected. You know what I'm saying? Once he gets his time, his shine, once he gets a bit of a consistent level, he's going to be great in the NFL. That's just where he's headed. And so, I mean, with the 2 sacks he had against the Giants, man, I mean, I don't see anything that would tell me any different. He was getting better last year, but he had the shoulder injury, and now he has an ankle injury. He's, he's been a factor in every game he's played in this year, though. So, and Sidney Jones. Like I said before in my last video, he went through a lot. He's been making plays. You know what I'm saying? And he's got confidence level that's through the roof right now. So we have to get behind, that confidence within him, and keep riding it. And then you got really just Rasul Douglas is another pretty much underdog. You know what I'm saying? He's always been held out. He's or held back, and hasn't been able to make that play, being able to make plays. But he's been in there a lot more than Sidney. And to see these 2 guys step up, these young kids step up like they have, I mean, it's great. You know what I'm saying? It is awesome. So, can they do that against the Seattle Seahawks? I believe they can, but we're going to need all the help we can get. So, anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Go Birds. Eagles. Eagles. Nats. What's up? You guys take it easy. Peace.